We've gotten to the point where people cannot define what a woman is.
What is a woman? Can you tell me what a woman is?
No, I can't. Because it's not for me to say. Woman.
Who told you that it's not for you to say what a woman is?
Womanhood looks different for everybody.
What do you define a woman as?
An adult human female.
And what does a female mean?
Someone with female reproductive organs. When you're female, it goes right down to your bones, your DNA. So that's why if someone dies, we could dig up their bones 100 years from now. We have no idea what they believed in their head, but we can tell what sex they were because it's ingrained in every fiber of their being.
What happens if we have maybe someone who is female, maybe doesn't have the ability to reproduce? Maybe doesn't have those organs that you're talking about that are reproductive organs. I do not define what a woman is because I do not identify as a woman. Womanhood is something that is an umbrella term.
According to what? According to society, this percentage of society trying to redefine what a woman is and trying to re-express what a woman is. Guys, we live in such a wicked generation where this stuff is being normalized, and this stuff is coming not only in the world of the adults, but in the world of our children, because it's like children are being influenced by social norms, what is normalized. And it's sad because transgenderism used to be something that's crazy. Now it's normalized. You will literally go down the street, go to the store, Walmart, it's just everywhere. Because it's now becoming a social norm. Now we're seeing kids getting involved into it and whatnot.
It includes people who identify as a woman. Each person is going to have a different relation with their own gender identity. And so
I'm not
trans
asking for
women are women too.
What you want.
You know what? Even the definition of marriage over time, it's changed, right? So I believe soon the definition of woman and man will also change. I believe it will change, right? Because now there are more genders and there's more sexes, and you can go when you do certain like surveys or your report or you fill out something, health, drivers, whatever, they ask you what sex or gender you are. And it's like non-binary, I'd rather not say this, that, monkey, demon, Lucifer, Homer Simpson, just a bunch of different things, snake, dog, marine spirit, just a bunch of different random stuff, right? Because as we are yes, the Bible says there's nothing new under the sun, but you got to understand throughout time, the evil and the wickedness is heightening. And God did not destroy Sodom and Gomorrah simply because of homosexuality, but it was the gross wickedness that was happening there. Even when the angels came in the form of men into Sodom, the young and the old tried to go, fornicate or rape the two angels. Like, and it was the young and the old. So we know the young and the old were doing stuff together, the stuff with children and everything. It was such a high level of wickedness that God was like, we got to restart. We got to start over. It wasn't simply homosexuality, but it was like, you understand, bestiality was happening. A lot of things were happening. The Bible also speaks out against bestiality. Now I believe we're in that time of even worse than Sodom and Gomorrah with what's happening now, where people are beginning to transform their appearance physically and begin to transition into something they're not. And thinking, oh my goodness.
To do is appropriate women and turn it into basically a costume that could be worn.
Now that was a short clip, but woo! And the reason I believe this is happening because God has given some of these people up to a debased mind, a depraved mind, a reprobate mind. Now I'm going to read this Bible verse in the New Living Translation in Romans chapter 1 verse 28. In the New King James Version, I believe it says depraved or reprobate, but let's read it in the New Living Translation. It says, since they thought it foolish to acknowledge God, he abandoned them to their foolish thinking and let them do things that should never be done. So a lot of these people, God has given them up to their lust, giving them up to their desires, giving them up to their passion. So now they're doing things that they should never do. They're taking things to new heights, to new levels, because God gave them up to their foolish thinking. God gave them up to a depraved mind. God gave them up to a debased mind. God gave them up to a reprobate mind. And now what happens is that they become a slave to sin, a slave to lifestyle, where it now becomes their identity. It now becomes a part of their emotions. This is what we're seeing right now, and it's affecting our children too. So we just got to continue to pray and stand for what's right. And I had to really be careful how I word this, because YouTube will just, you know, but we're in a we're in a generation where people cannot define what a woman is. What is a woman? Tell me. I want y'all. This is y'all's job. I want y'all to tell me what is a woman in the comments. What is a woman?